Hello and welcome once again to Super Fantastic Top 10. This time we'll be looking at some of the very weirdest and most unusual Yuletide traditions from all around the globe. Number 10. KFC Christmas. Many millions celebrate Christmas with KFC in Japan, and fast food outlets sell up to 10 times more than the rest of the year. The tradition started in 1970 thanks to a promotional Christmas chicken party barrel, and dressing up old Colonel Sanders as Santa. It proved popular as Christmas was not generally celebrated in this country, and people didn't tend to have anything already planned with friends or family. Number 9. Kyriac and Matak. Kyriac is a customary Inuit food from Greenland, often eaten at Christmas time, which is made using 500 small orcs, feathers, beaks and all, stuffed into and preserved in a hollow seal carcass, which is then compacted and sewn up, smeared with seal fat, put under a big rock and left to ferment for 7 months. Perhaps slightly less repulsive, but nevertheless not my cup of tea, is matak or muktuk, a traditional meal of frozen rubbery whale skin and blubber, usually eaten raw and sometimes pickled or fried. Number 8. The Krampus. This is a fearsome horned, half-goat, half-demon beast who punishes bad children in Alpine Austria, Germany and other countries besides. In the Krampuslauf parade, young men dressed as the monster scare kids into behaving well. Punishments for behaving badly include going without presents, being bundled into a sack, or even being beaten with a stick. Number 7. The Gibbler Goat. This is a traditional Christmas showpiece, put up every year in central Gävle, Sweden, at the start of Advent. It's a giant Swedish Yule goat made of straw, and is famous for being burnt to smithereens by arsonists. This has happened most years since the tradition began in 1966. Number 6. Kaga Theo. Translating as something like pooping Yuletide log, Kaga Theo forms part of Catalonian Christmas tradition. Many homes have a hollow 30cm long log, sometimes with stick legs, a smiley face and a bright red hat. Shortly after the beginning of Advent, families pretend to feed the log a little every night, so it will poop out presents on Christmas Day. On the day itself, before the Theo can do this, the children go out to pray for presents, and then the blanket behind the log is filled with gifts. After, they beat the log with a stick and sing a special pooping song to encourage it to let rip and bring presents forth. Number 5. Christmas caterpillars. On Christmas Day, South Africans chow down on the caterpillars of the emperor moth, deep fried and crunchy to the bite. So next time you're tucking into a mince pie, Yule log or Christmas pudding, remember just what you're missing out on. Yummy. Number 4. Hide the brooms. In Norway, it's traditional for the superstitious to hide all their brooms on Christmas Eve, so they won't be stolen by witches or naughty spirits. Once upon a time, Norwegians thought that this was a real possibility, but the tradition has survived up to this very day. Number 3. Roller skating to church. In the Venezuelan capital of Caracas, it's traditional for the whole city to roller skate to Christmas Mass early in the morning. Roads are blocked in many areas, and the night before, kids tie one end of a lace to their big toe and hang the other end out the window, so passing skaters can pull on the string to wake them up in the morning. Number 2. Marry Lloyd. This folk tradition from South Wales involves a hobby horse made from a horse's skull on a pole, carried by someone under a sheet. This custom was first recorded in 1800 and was performed by teams of men. They often take the Marry Lloyd to local homes and ask to be let in by singing a special song, and those inside will in turn refuse to allow them entry with their own song, until finally letting them in for food and drinks. Number 1. Black Peter. Zwarte Piet, or Black Peter, is Santa's helper in the Low Countries and elsewhere. He's a Moor from Spain and, in the build-up to the Feast of St. Nicholas on the 5th or 6th of December, is usually played by white people in blackface makeup, Renaissance clothes, a curly wig, red lipstick and earrings. These people travel around to schools and give presents and candy to children. Understandably, the tradition is also controversial, as many believe it to be racist and offensive. So that concludes today's list. Please like and subscribe and write your suggestions for more top 10s in the comment section. And don't forget to tune into the next video on Super Fantastic Top 10 and check out the links on the screen and below. See you next time!